reality TV star returns to her roots, and the mother of dragons invades New York. It's time for Pop Talk.
And we've got Entertainment Weekly correspondent Nina Terrero joining us on the couch now to give us the morning scoop. So welcome, Nina. Thank you for joining us.
Much.
Well, let's start first and talk about Wren Scott. Mick Jagger actually released a statement yesterday saying that it was pretty emotional. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so he took to his website and Facebook yesterday and released a really heartfelt, touching statement about the fact that he couldn't believe that, quote, the love of his life and his true friend had ended her life in this tragic way. And it's just so awful to think that this man had been with Wren for 10 years and he had no sense of the turmoil that she must have been feeling before
I was thinking the same thing, that he didn't.
Isn't that awful?
He didn't know or sense this.
Well, reports now are saying that she took a vacation by herself to the island of Mystique, but just to, I guess, get some clarity. Exactly.
Right. Yeah. But there's still so much mystery around the circumstance. But all we can say is, at the time of her death, Mick and Wren were very much together for all intents and purposes, in love. Part of the reason why Mick took to Facebook and to his website to say that yes, he was with her was because there were all these ugly rumors that they had split, and maybe that this had contributed to her passing.
So this is what he said: I'm still struggling to understand how my lover and best friend could end her life in this tragic way. I will never forget her. Now, is he on his way to New York now, or is he here?
Yes. So he canceled 7 concerts in Australia and New Zealand. He just packed up his bags and headed back home. He wants to be here, I think, to organize a memorial, a funeral, and there's also an autopsy that's being conducted. So I'm sure he wants to be here for that. And his daughter, Georgia, actually was on a modeling job, and she also canceled and is on her way to New York to be with her dad during this time. She was also really close to Wren. They were, for all intents and purposes, a really happy family.
Oh gosh, just a sad story all around.
But you can still have a little piece of Wren if you want. She has a makeup collection with Bobby Brown that's still on sale if you're interested. Yeah.
A lot of people, I was reading in the Post today that a lot of people are going out and they're buying her fashions because they still want to keep a piece of her.
Sure. I mean, she was worn by Michelle Obama, Amy Adams,
all of the big
Nicole Kidman. So.
Okay, so we hear Kate Gosselin has a new TV show.
Oh my gosh, can I just admit, I'm kind of excited for that.
Oh no.
You are?
I thought, why?
Well, I loved the show when it first came out in 2007. It's so utterly American in all its tragedy and fun, right? And now she's going to be returning to TLC in a 1-hour special this June. It's the first time she's going to be on the network in a few years, and there's a lot of expectation that people will tune in. There's so much curiosity.
You think so? Do you think the fans still care?
I think that her fan base has changed a little bit. She was just on People magazine in January saying, the kids are older, they are adjusted, they are happy, and now people are kind of like, really? Like, there's just a whole new generation that's a little bit kind of befuddled, as it were, as to like how normal can this family be. So whether you love her or hate her, people are curious about what it's like for a single mom to raise tweens. The septuplets are 9, the twins are 13.
They're that old already?
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why. I mean, people are like, really? And for those wondering why Kate's doing this, I mean, wouldn't you go to reality television if you had to pay for all those college educations?
Listen, the formula is expensive.
And then think about college,
and TNT
right?
pays.
Yeah, so Kate's going to do what Kate's going to do, which is reality TV.
What she needs is a dragon. So this Game of Thrones,
along the note.
apparently everyone in the universe is watching it but me. Do you watch it?
On and off. We can all get together and have like a binge-watching session.
So what was going on? Lincoln Center, they had the big premiere last night with this massive dragon out front.
All the cool kids were there. There was a massive premiere and screening last night here in New York City. And this was an event that even if you weren't there, you could be part of the magic. HBO partnered with Facebook to stream the event online. Fans could ask their favorite stars questions via Facebook. And this is just another example of HBO taking the phenomenon that is Game of Thrones viral and social. Bringing a new level of interest to something via social media. It's really cool.
Why is this show so popular? Let me just tell you something. I would sneak up on my husband and he would be like just totally in his zone.
It has everything you'd want in a show. There's drama, there's sex, there's lies, there's intrigue, and of course lots of blood if you're into that. And one of the most loved and disliked villains of all time, Joffrey. I don't know if you said that you're not quite a fan yet, but you will be
Used to
after
work with
checking
him.
out
Okay,
Joffrey.
Joffrey.
He's the guy you want to hate, believe me.
Oh, wow.
Hey, is Divergent going to be the biggest thing?
I think that it's very well going to be one of the biggest releases of the weekend. You know, it stars Shailene Woodley, who is a young she kicks butt in the title role, and she's just really fun. And this movie is really meant to draw in the female audiences who've been a little left out of the theaters this season.
Yeah.
Is it a little older than Hunger Games, or is it the Hunger Games crowd too?
It's the Hunger Games crowd, I think, plus some. The series that the book is based on is an international bestseller, but there are elements that make it very much like Hunger Games.
Yeah, because my daughter knows
Action,
about it. She's
intrigue.
15.
Yeah, I kind of want to see it.
Yeah.
Well, Nina Terrero
Thank
from
you.
Entertainment Weekly, thank you so much for being
so
here this morning, and we hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.